Hi, Miss Mimosa. My name is Madison. I'm going to be your student physical therapist today. How are you?
I'm okay.
You're okay? Alright, well today it looks like you're here for your initial evaluation, so we're going to start out with a bunch of questions, and then we're going to do some tests and measurements, kind of see what's going on, and then we'll get you started with some exercises. The first appointment will probably take about an hour. Do you have any questions before we get started?
Am I going to be able to have a massage today?
Let's go through and kind of figure out what's going on, and then we're going to figure out what's going to work best for you. So to start with, could you verify your age and date of birth for me, please?
I'm 29, and I was born 9/28/78.
Perfect. Alright, so Miss Mimosa, what do you do for a living?
I'm a customer service rep.
Customer service? So in a typical day, what does that look like for you?
I'm sitting on the phone talking to people that don't want me to call them anyway, but I have to call them. So they're kind of rude. So my day's pretty crappy, but yeah, I'm sitting on the phone most of the day.
Just sitting most of the day. And when you're not at work, what do you like to do for fun?
Well, after work, I really like to go home and watch vampire shows, and typically I'll have a glass of wine with that.
Okay.
And before I got hurt, I was going to Krav Maga, and I really, really like that, and I need to get back there.
I'm unfamiliar with Krav Maga. Could you explain what that is?
It's a martial arts.
Martial
Yeah,
arts.
and so I have my instructor, and I'm typically kicking or punching bags that my instructor's holding.
Sounds kind of fun. How often do you go to that?
I was going 3 to 2 times a week. I really liked going, but I haven't been able to go.
Have been able to go since your pain and everything?
Mm-mm.
No. And then you said when you're watching your vampire shows, you have some wine. About how often do you have wine during the week?
Oh, once a day.
Just once a day. Okay. All right. So could you show me exactly where you're feeling your pain?
It's on the back of my leg.
The back of your leg.
Mhm.
So just kind of in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's down the middle, but it goes from here to here.
Okay. Do you have any pain on the top?
No,
What about like in your knee or ankle?
no.
Your hip? No. And how would you describe your pain? Is it like dull or achy, sharp?
It's, I guess, dull and
Dull,
achy, but it can be sharp at times.
And then would you say your pain is more deep, or would you say it's more like on the top of your skin?
So I can feel it if I press down, but I think the feeling is deeper.
Okay. Alright. And then next, we're going to kind of rate your pain. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being absolutely no pain and 10 being the worst pain that you have ever felt, how would you rate your pain right now?
Right now, it's probably a 6.
A 6. Okay. And then at its best,
A 4.
a 4. And then at its absolute worst, how would you rate it?
A 12.
A 12. And do you have any pain anywhere else on your body?
On my body?
Yes.
Yeah, so I hurt my hand a couple years ago, and my hand is still hurting from that.
Okay, I'm sorry. What happened to your hand?
Well, I had to have surgery on it after punching a wall. I had some broken bones in there, and it was still painful after the surgery, and so they sent me to occupational therapy. But that person, I don't know what occupational therapy is, but it did not help my hand at all.
Well, I'm so sorry that you had that kind of experience. Hopefully we can get everything feeling better here. So let's start with, what makes your pain feel worse?
What makes it feel worse?
Yes.
When I'm walking upstairs, I definitely can feel it, and it hurts. And then probably when I have to walk more than 2 minutes is when it starts to bother me again.
So you said more than 2 minutes of walking.
Mhm.
And how often do you walk upstairs?
I have to walk upstairs every day because of my apartment.
Okay. What floor do you live on?
I live on the 2nd.
The second floor. So you're going up quite a bit then, huh? And when your pain gets kind of bad, what do you do to kind of help your pain? What helps your pain lower?
Well, they told me to rest it, so I try not to do too much, and so they also told me to ice it. So I'll ice it, and they gave me medicine.
What kind of medicine do they give you?
Mobic.
Mobic?
Mhm.
And when you're doing the rest and ice, about how long does it take for your pain to lower?
Maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Perfect. Okay. And in the morning when you wake up, how's your pain?
It's pretty stiff.
Stiff?
Yeah.
About how long does it take for your pain to go down?
Maybe after 5 minutes of moving, it starts to feel better, but it's still there.
It's still there. And then during the day, how does your pain feel like at work and everything?
When I'm just sitting at work, I typically don't notice it, but then when I start moving around again is when it starts to bother me.
Okay. And then when you get home from work, how does it feel?
Well, if I'm just sitting and watching my shows, it feels fine.
Feels fine?
Yeah.
And what about when you're sleeping? Do you have any issues sleeping because of your
It
pain?
does bother me in the middle of the night, and so
Okay.
sometimes I'll wake up from it, but I guess I just typically roll over and go back to
Just roll
sleep.
over?
Yeah.
About how often do you think you wake up because of your pain?
Probably at least twice a night.
Twice a night. All right. So I was reviewing your form that you filled out, and I noticed that you checked off that you sometimes are bothered by a little interest or pleasure in doing things. Could you kind of explain why you checked that off?
Yeah, I've been really upset that I can't do Krav Maga. That was like what I really like doing. It's how I kind of define myself, and I haven't been able to do that in a long time.
Well, hopefully we can get you back there and get you back to doing what you love. And I also noticed that you checked yes for neurologic disease. Could you kind of explain what that is?
Yeah, so I'm diagnosed bipolar.
Bipolar?
Yeah, I'm on medicine for it, and I take it most of the time.
Okay. What medicines are you taking for it?
I'm on litho and benzo.
Litho and benzo.
hmm
So you try to take those as they're prescribed, or?
Yeah, I try. Sometimes I forget to take the litho, that's the one I'm supposed to take all the time.
Okay.
Benzo is just with anxiety. I think I've definitely been taking a little bit more often right now since I've been out of Krav Maga.
Gotcha. And then I noticed that you also checked prior surgeries. I know you mentioned earlier your hand. I was just checking to see if you've had any other prior surgeries.
No, thank God, just
No,
the hand.
just the one hand. Okay. All right, so have you had any type of x-rays or MRIs done for your pain?
Yeah, I have. I've had it on my hand, and then I've also had it on my leg.
An x-ray?
hmm
And did you get any results from those?
Well, the hand showed fractures.
Okay. What about your leg?
The leg, they said no fractures.
No. And about how long ago did you have your x-ray for your leg?
I think I went to the ER about a week ago.
About a week ago.
Yeah, and that's when they did it.
And then I know you mentioned litho and benzo and Mobic earlier. Are you taking any medications besides those three?
No, just those three.
Just those three. And then how often are you taking the Mobic?
I take it typically in the morning and probably in the evening if my leg's really bothering me.
Do you think that it has any impact on your pain?
Yeah, I think I've seen some changes.
Okay. All right. So, what were you doing when you first started to feel your pain? What happened?
In my leg,
Yes.
well, I had family over at my apartment, and I have a nephew, and he kept changing the TV to football, which was really annoying. So I went out and tried to kick him, and when I tried to kick him, I missed him, and that's when I felt the muscle tear.
Ooh, that's not good. How often? Like, did you feel it right after you kicked him?
Yeah, I felt it like right as it
Right
happened.
there. Did you go anywhere after you started feeling your pain, or did you go home?
Well, I was at my house. So
Did you go?
I went to the ER.
You went to the ER
Yeah, I went to the ER after.
right after, and then that's when they told you got the X-ray and all that.
Yes.
And have you ever had any pain in your back of your leg before?
No
No.
pain.
All right, next we're gonna kind of go over some goals of yours that you want to get out of coming here. And I know you mentioned that you want to get back to Krav Maga. Is there anything else you're looking to get out of coming here?
Well, I came here because they said if I wanted an MRI that I needed to go to physical therapy, and so I definitely want an MRI.
You want an MRI? All right, well, we'll kind of go over everything. I'll keep in touch with your physician, and then we'll make a decision on whether we think the MRI is necessary or what the next steps are. And when we're teaching you all these new exercises, we kind of want to cater it towards you. So how do you think you learn best? Like by doing, by us telling you, by showing?
I think it depends on what it is, but like I think I like to be able to do something, and that's where it really sticks.
By doing it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. Well, we can definitely do that, and hopefully we'll get you back to Krav Maga soon and get your pain lowered. And next we're going to take some tests